bomb ass chapter, bro. Like, I don't really think I've ever said this. If I have, it's been on rare occasions, very, very rare occasions, but I can honestly say that at the very least this chapter is 100% legit fairy tale greatness. I know, right? Crazy, but that chapter was greatness. I mean, for starters, let's talk about that God bye-bye. That was fucking sick. Like, God Serena just really living up to his name. And I really wish, and I hope in the anime that they extended that the fight was longer, because like just when they got back up and War was like, I'm not gonna let this go down, and all the Saint Wizards were attacking Serena, that was just fucking sick. And then when Serena was like, yo, I've had enough, and goes in, like, honestly, it was brutal, and this was one of those knockout fucking just brutal as fuck fights in Fairy Tail, like one of the most brutal ones I've seen. Like, everything that transpired in this chapter was brutal. Now with the 8 different dragon Lacrimas that he has in his body, using all these different elements and whatnot, you gotta wonder, for starters, okay, are we ever gonna get his backstory? Like said, you know, like, is he indeed Yuri? Which at this point it's very, very unlikely. And if not, then what's his story? Why did he put those in to begin with? And also, you see that he has this really deep-rooted hatred, basically, or wanting to slay of dragons. Like, he was like, yo, I'm gonna slay any dragons that get in my way. Now, it could have been a reference to Acton Logia. Maybe he's aware of the fact that he's one of the last threats that they have aside from the people in Magnolia. Or it could be that something happened to him in his past. Again, like, why would he have this urge against him? So I really hope we get, at some given point, his backstory. Although, after what happened in this chapter, I don't know who would tell it. And if we notice one thing with Acton Logia, he really only shows up whenever he senses very strong dragon power. He showed up when Igneel showed up. He showed up in Tenrojima. I think it was because Natsu was using Dragon Slayer magic combined with Loxus's lightning and shit like that. So he sent some really strong powers, not to mention everybody that was on there was just like one knockout crazy fucking fight. But I think it's really a case of him sensing it and immediately going to it. That's why he was like, oh shit, this motherfucker. So he might have come in his dragon form and then landed in his human form and then KO, baby. Now, most of the time, yeah, I complain about, you know, one-hit KOs, but not in this case, because again, God said in a boss that he is, and it only was going to be select people that can do it, and then him taking him out in his human form in one hit, that makes things very, very interesting and at the same time very scary, because we can assume at this point that it's going to take more than one person to take out Acton Logia. If he took out somebody, because you got to think for a second, is Natsu on his own stronger than the Saint Wizards? I don't think so. I don't think so. So if he's not at that level, it's going to take a lot more than Natsu. Maybe all the remaining Dragon Slayers are going to have to combine to take out Acton Logia. I can see that being a possibility. And either way, Natsu on his own should not in any shape or form be able to take on Acton Logia after what we've seen in this chapter. The devastation. God Serena was looking like a boss. I wanted more. Like, I really hope the anime extends the living fuck out of that fight, because I really wanted more. So yeah, it's gonna be a real fucking mission for anybody to take out Acton Logia. Doesn't really need to be said that this chapter was like a 10 out of 10. An action-packed chapter that showed just non-stop devastation. So since he said that there are 7 remaining, you gotta ask yourself, okay, who are the 7? Because that's gonna be a pivotal point if he wants to take out all the people that are Dragon Slayers. Not only natural Dragon Slayers, he wants to take out anybody that has any type of Dragon Slayer magic within them. That's why he went after Serena, because he had the 8 different Dragon Lacrimas. So that means that Loxus is on there. So it would be Natsu, Gajeel, Wendy, Loxus, Krusty Sting, Krusty Rogue, and Cobra. Right there, the 7 people. So it might be a 7-on-1 to take him out. Personally, I think it would be more climactic and more sense-worthy. It makes more sense for it to be Natsu and Zeref. Maybe Zeref has a change of heart, or maybe his good side overshines his dark side for a second, and then maybe both of them die against him. Who the fuck knows? But like, yeah, if it's gonna be anything, it's gonna have to be a lot of numbers. Numbers are gonna have to do the job to get rid of this motherfucker, because he fucking owns Serena with one arm in his human form, yo. Like, Acton Logia for the motherfucking win. Probably the best villain in Fairy Tail. It's either him or Zeref, but like, he's more epic than Zeref. Zeref, like, he's just a tragic soul. This motherfucker is an angry, badass motherfucker that looks like Ryzen from Yu Yu Hakusho. So yeah, 10 out of 10. Let me know what you guys thought of this chapter. What do you think about Acton Logia owning Serena? Did that showcase yet again that he don't give no fucks? What do you think about Serena having 8 elements in him? The 8 fucking Dragon Lacrimas that he implanted in his body. What do you think about the fight against the motherfucking Saint Wizards? Again, all of it was just really brutal. Like, Hero took off the gloves this week. He's like, no more games. I'm getting these motherfuckers fucked up. And Serena just owned the living shit out of them. Hey, overall thoughts of the chapter. Did it live up to the hype after I made that spoiler video? Because I know it definitely went beyond what I I initially thought with this chapter. But thanks for watching. If you enjoyed anything about this video, make sure to drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. I'm FNutWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. Acnologia for the motherfucking win, baby.